So sometimes you have to make mistakes so you can learn. And hey, welcome back to the channel, friends. Hope you guys are having an awesome day today. In this video, we are going to be on like day 2 of the cabin siding project. We're going to be milling what I believe to be a white oak tree. And we milled up the hickory that we had. We have a little other piece of hickory over there, but it's a smaller piece. I want to go ahead and get this one out of the way, get it all milled up. It's right at 12 feet. And we'll get into this, and I'll show you stacking it over there. And then once we get this all milled up, we'll go over to the cabin and we will start on the second big long wall of actually putting up the siding. Now we're doing a what they would call a live edge. I don't have my, I don't know the terminology, but my turning stick, that what I call it. It's over at my buddy Kevin's house. Still need to go get it. Or I would do this one different. I would cut this flat, flip it over, and then start doing it that way. There's no wobble. But I think I got the stakes and stuff all figured out pretty well now, where hopefully it doesn't do the wobble regardless. So I'm gonna bring you guys along today in today's video doing this. If you guys like today's video, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. We are building a off-grid homestead from scratch. We're going in on July will be a year since we lived out here off grid, and it's been an adventure to say the least. So if you guys are new here, that's what we're doing here, is building a new homestead, and I think you guys will enjoy what we're doing. So come along, subscribe, and be part of the family. Okay, I'm gonna get my MS362 steel chainsaw, and I'm just gonna take about 1 inch off this, just kind of square it up a little bit better. That way my saw blade will pass it all the way. It's literally like 1 inch from passing, and I don't feel like getting the Bobcat and pushing it anymore. I already got parked over there. So we'll just square it up a little bit better, and we'll be good to go. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to make my life a little bit easier by pre-marking the log on the butt end here. And I'm going to go with some advice from you guys and just from the experience with this siding I've been doing. I was doing a little less than 1/2 inch thick. I think I need to get in between closer to a 3/4 inch thick. That way once the saw blade takes it off, it'll be in between 3/4 and a 1/2 inch. So I think that's going to be the magic number. We'll see. Let me do a couple of them, see what I think, and maybe we'll do all of them like that. But let's go ahead and pre-mark it and then get these cut. So I went ahead and put the trunk towards the end down there. That way when I was cutting it, I can get as least amount as possible off there and get the most out of this wood. So it kind of pretty much skinned the top off. We'll do one more cut right there, and then we'll start actually getting into the siding. So let's go ahead and mark this. This will give me a pretty good graph for where I need to cut. As long as I get my blade on the initial mark, I'm good to go. I'm just marking this. The marks may be off a little bit, but as long as I get on that first mark, we'll be good. This is going to help me guide it. Okay, we're getting build up right here. I'm going to take this off and clean it out. Let's get this build up all out of there. Some of it got wet, so that's why it started building up. We've been getting tons and tons of rain over the last week, and it causes problems. Okay, let's stop for a second. Let's take a look at these slabs and see what we think. They're exactly where I marked them. They're exactly what I wanted. I like the way they feel the thicker part of it also. I like that. So let's go ahead and put them on the Bobcat so we can just have to move them once. Go ahead and take a look at it. I think it looks awesome. I'm actually thinking about doing something different on the actual well house too, because that'll be the next one that we jump to, get it finished also. I'm going to do a different siding, I think, than what we're doing here. It's going to, like I said before, it's going to look like you're driving into an old homestead where they milled all their own siding and did all that stuff. I can't wait to get this stuff done, because it just starts to add to the character of the new homestead, and it's just a lot of hard work that starts to pay off when you see these projects coming to a completion. So The siding is almost the final touches on the cabin. We do have some stuff on the inside, but it's just kind of cosmetic stuff. It's really functional now, but we need to get the siding up in the well house. Once the siding, get the tin up on the roof and all that, it's going to be completely done in there. So things are coming together, and then we'll be jumping back over to the house build, obviously being our main focus right now. Let's continue to mill some of this up, and then we'll wander on over there and put some of this up on the cabin itself. Okay, so the plan is I'm going to do this one a little bit different than I did the other wall. I've been reading some comments that you guys left, and some of y'all left some really good ones, some good advice. So right now I'm just going to be screwing the top on each slab, and it helped, from what you all were saying, it helps dry it out and it will prevent any of it from splitting because it's green. So I've talked to several people in the past that actually use green wood as in siding for their outhouses and their new projects and stuff like that, and their number one suggestion was to use screws. And then with your all's advice, not to screw it all down, the whole thing, just the top. It gives it the airflow to dry out better, and it will prevent the splitting. So that's what we're going to go with today. We're going to see how much we can get done with the log that we just milled up, and I don't know how far we'll get, but I think we'll get well over half of it, and then we'll have to go hunt some more trees and cut some more down, do things like that. I do have a couple over there that might work for this. They're a little bit smaller. We'll just have to wait and see. But I'm going to set this camera up on a little time lapse and see what we get done today. Okay, I got all the slabs I got that I could use on here. I got 2 extra ones. They're the first 2 that I did. They're just too thin to use on here. It just won't work when it overlaps and dries and all that. I think it looks great. Now I got some black stain I think it's from the saw blade from when it was building up. So I think what I can do, you all that have been doing this for a long time, let me know. I think I can just get a little sander and just sand it off pretty quick, really. Check this out. So this stuff right here, it's just like it's stained from the blade, I think, just from, it's all the way down it. But I think I can just like sand it off pretty easy. You all let me know what you think. It's not mold or anything like this. It literally came directly out of the middle of the tree. You know, this is a whole tree I just milled, but it's from the blade. I think I can see the buildup right there. So before we do any staining or anything like that, I think I need to come in here and sand it to make it look like this. So here's the 2 pieces I'm not going to use. They're just too thin. There's the top part of the tree that I milled. So sometimes you have to make mistakes so you can learn. And that's kind of what I did over here on this side. Let me show you. So the mistake I made was I went ahead and screwed in the bottom parts on all this, but it caused it to split in some areas. Not all of them, but a couple of them have split like that. One right here and one right there. And the purpose of siding, not only to make it look good, is to shed the water off the side of the house. So if we have that, when it sheds, it can get back behind there. So we need to take care of that. So like I said, you gotta make mistakes sometimes to learn, and that's the lesson learned. That's why I did not do it over here, not only because of that, because a lot of y'all suggested that, hey, that's probably gonna crack by doing that, but I already did it when you told me. So it's my fault. So we'll see how this one does. I don't think it's gonna crack like the other one, because that's how we did the front, and we don't have any cracks on the front. So I think that's right. In worst case scenario, I just redo that other side another time. My buddy actually was asking me if I had any extra slabs for him and his son to make a little fort. Well, those could be the perfect ones for his little fort, and I could just remill some oak or whatever else and just go with it. It doesn't take that long to actually mill and do one side, even though I'm not done. If I had the other 2, I can get it done pretty dang quick. Maybe an hour and a half to do all this by myself, so it's not that bad really. And to redo it, I'm not worried about it. It's not a big thing for me to have to redo. Oh, my battery died, so I don't even know what I was saying. I think it was the fact that I made a mistake, and I think we fixed it. And we'll kind of just wait and see what we're going to end up doing with this. For sure, 2 of them have to be replaced. But I think maybe just go ahead and replace it all and don't screw it in like we did over here. Y'all leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you guys think that have actually done this before. I think I got a comment that someone said, you need to let that dry out for a year before you do that. Well, I don't want to. I want to get it up now. And you can use the green stuff from everything I've been reading. People in the past, whenever homesteaders, mountain men, when they went out and built something, they cut it down and built it. And that's pretty much what we're doing right here on the siding part of it. You know, we got the sawmill over here. Let's put it to use. This stuff is really easy to change out because we're using screws. So on that aspect of it, I think we're going to be okay. Okay, so that's all I got for you in today's video. We'll be milling some more to do the back side, finishing the side, and then we're going to be moving to the front. Like I said, we'll address that other side when time comes, and then probably in the next video or 2, you guys will see me jump back on the house build and doing some things over there, getting it ready to be roofed. Getting roofed is a big deal. We got to get that thing roofed soon, so we can start working on the inside. So that's all I got for you. Love you guys. Thanks for stopping by today's video. If you liked it, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. We'd love to have you guys. And thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.